Welcome to the show. Today I have 2/3 of the band Radiofix. We got the frontman Daniel Martin and the bass player Benjamin Thurston in studio live here. And they even do a couple songs after the interview. So I found these guys on Arizona's best of list, and they had a reader's poll. And this band was and is still winning the poll for the best Arizona band. And it was shocking to me only because I'd never heard of them. So once I listened to the music, I realized why they're so popular. They're a very talented band. They kind of have that 90s Seattle vibe mixed in with a bit of the 70s, and yet it still sounds contemporary. So their songs are really catchy, and you'll find them getting in your head the more that you listen to them. And I knew that I found a good band because even my girlfriend started playing their music on Spotify, which she doesn't usually do right before an interview. And so I knew that it wasn't just me that thought they were good, but you can decide for yourself. Stick around after the interview and hear him do a couple songs. Enjoy. Okay, welcome to the show, the Chuck Shoot Podcast. I'm here with Radiofix, hottest band in Arizona. You guys are kicking ass in the AZ Foothills. Foothills. The poll. You guys are best band according to the readers. So I mean that's a pretty good compliment right there, right?
Yes, we appreciate it.
Yeah, so let's introduce yourselves. You are Daniel Martin, the singer and guitarist?
Yes, singer, guitarist,
Extraordinaire.
vocalist, extraordinaire, pianist sometimes. That's pretty much it, yeah.
Okay, and
Ben Thurston, play bass.
And Jorge is the drummer, but he's not here.
Jorge.
Correct.
Right, okay. So let's talk about your guys' the early influences for music. I heard Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Counting Crows, Pearl Jam, Temple the Dog, which is kind of a hybrid of those, STP. Were you guys fans of Mother Love Bone at all?
Yeah. They had some good stuff. Alice in Chains. I'm a 90s grunge guy.
Yeah.
Kind of grew into that. One of my first albums that my dad got me was the Volume 1 and 2 Greatest Hits Led Zeppelin, the one with where they were in the spacesuits.
Okay.
And so huge. Jimmy Page was a huge influence for me, especially obviously guitar-wise. And that's kind of how I learned how to play, was by trying to play along with all those Zeppelin songs.
So you just self-taught by listening to all the records?
Yeah. I started playing violin when I was 4 years old, and I did that till I was like 18 or so.
Okay.
And then when I was like 8 or 9, my dad is a huge rock guy, and he bought me my first guitar, showed me GC and D, and bought me a couple of good records. Cream of Clapton, like I said, Zeppelin,
Nice.
Doobie Brothers, and I just listened to them and tried to mimic them.
Yeah.
It started to make sense.
Gotcha. So how did the band come together then? When did you form Radiofix?
Well, I had done Radiofix on and off prior to meeting these guys, and I wasn't doing anything at the time, but
Since the high school days.
yeah, long time. But we were doing a show at a place called Sky Lounge.
Yep. Is that still around?
No, it's
No,
not.
closed. Pretty cool venue though.
It was like one of the only cool venues on the west side of town, way on the West Valley. Yeah. Otherwise, always.
Is that the one that always had the cover bands, like the
Yes.
tribute to Journey? And
Yep.
Okay, I never did
Yep.
get to go there, but I always saw the ads
Beautiful
for it.
bar.
Yeah.
amazing green room?
But amazing green room.
Upstairs, overlooking. You get to look over the stage.
Sounds really
Great
cool.
catering.
Yeah, so I can't remember, who were you playing with?
Hollywood
Hollywood
Heartthrob.
We were on a bill with this other band that Ben was in, and because I was doing something, I can't remember what I was doing, but I was there. I might have even just came to see you guys because I met Teddy somewhere. I can't remember what happened exactly, but I was blown away by Ben, and I was like, I didn't know his name even then, and I was unable to hook up with him after the show, so I was like Facebooking, looking up Hollywood Heartthrob, like, what's this guy's name? And so yeah, then I hit him up on, I think it was Facebook.
Yep.
So did you kind of steal him from that band? I'm always curious about this because is there some sort of like code about that kind of stuff that, hey, he's in our band, or is it more just like, hey, we want to work on a different project and you can still be in the other band? Or
No, so when he first hit me up, I think maybe he said once, and I was like, yeah, maybe. And but then we were, the vocalist was taking a break.
Yeah.
One of the guitarists had wanted to do a solo record.
Okay.
Brett Sutton, he plays a lot around here, but he's got new stuff. But he played a solo instrumental record. Great guitarist. But so people were doing other things with that band. So that time I was like, oh well, gonna be free musically for a bit. So
perfect.
It was like good timing, and came up and jammed, and yeah.
Okay.
And I had known
since that was like 2011.
Yeah, I had known Teddy from some. I can't remember how I met Teddy.
He was booking shows at Sky Lounge then.
Yeah, he was the booker as well for that place. So I had known him, and I just asked him. I was like, "Hey, Ben's, kick ass. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers, but he was cool about it. It's kind of a, it's not about stealing anybody. It's just, in fact, you want, bassists and drummers. It's like play as much as you can with as many people as you can, because
yeah, it seems like everyone nowadays is in so many different bands and has so many different projects going on. You kind of have to, because, you don't make as much off the record sales.
Right.
So.
And like with Ben and I, it was kind of like, you have to have a passion project mixed in there somewhere. So one of them is kind of where you put most of your energy, but
sure,
you play it with as many people as you can,
So how did you guys come up with the name Radiofix? We were kind of talking about this before, but I do like the name. But how'd you come up with that?
Yeah. When I first started trying to write my own tunes, I think it was my pops that said, "Yeah, you got to get out there and fix the radio," because there was a lot of pop boy band. The scene was very pop at the time.
Sure,
it was kind of grungier. So that's it. That's where.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's pretty easy. Yeah. And so you play guitar, you sing. I've seen you use a harmonica. And then, did you say you played the piano or the organ? Because I hear like an organ in the Beauty Queen single. Is that you?
That's Benny Leonard.
Oh,
Benny Leonard.
Okay. So you have an additional musician. And then I also saw you guys had an additional guitarist on some of the video. Do you still use a second guitarist for some shows? Or
that was Frank, and he was in Hollywood Heartthrob with me as well. And so, again, like you see around town, especially, I guess, the Phoenix, Scottsdale music scene, you'll see players playing with multiple bands all the time, different nights of the week. So Frank was playing with us. That was for a few years, probably from 2012. When we got done recording the record, we brought him on to play it out live. So like 2013 to 2014, a few years. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would have been the time frame you saw those videos. But since then, three-piece recording all the tracks, plus the keys and the violin, and then three-piece synths.
So when you do the shows, like when you perform Beauty Queen live, how will you do the organs and stuff? Will you just use Tate?
Ideally, Benny, or somebody.
We
would hire, a keyboardist or a pianist. There's a list of guys in town that hop on stuff, but sometimes, depending on it, we just hop up as a three-piece, and there is no organ.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. It's not like with Guns N' Roses, they would do they'd have that giant symphony and stuff, but then they also would just do some shows where they're not using all that stuff. So, and obviously they have a bigger budget than you guys, I'm sure. But, so yeah, it sounds like you guys have played a lot of different bars, clubs, festivals. You've done Phoenix as well as California, Rocky Point. Anywhere else?
We've pretty much stuck to that area. We were doing Mexico quite a bit there, and then obviously with everything that happened, it got this year was kind of a bust for that kind of thing. But we had a lot of fun going down there and playing in Mexico. The little resorts right there at Rocky Point, they're crowded. People love it. They just the bars can't love having the American bands come down there. The Moods play there all the time.
Oh yeah.
Our other buddies, Black Bottom Lighters, they go down there all the time.
Do you play the Circus Mexicus or the January Jam or any of that stuff?
I haven't done that yet.
We haven't done that yet. We've gone down there and played in sequence at the bar that hosts it. So the night before the festival, we would play that bar.
Okay.
But we never actually went on the ticket for the Circus Mexicus yet.
Did you, and then when you go to California, what venues, because a lot of those places in California are pretty famous venues. You play the Whiskey or the Troubadour, any of those places?
We've played at the Whiskey.
That's pretty
we've
cool.
played at, where did we play? We played, the last time we were there, we played the Mint, which that was a really cool little bar. What was that other bar we played that weekend?
Down in San Diego?
Yeah. What's the name of that place? It was pretty cool too.
San Diego. Yeah, San Diego's got to have a lot of cool places.
Yeah.
But do you guys play? I heard that you play 3 to 4 hour sets. Like that's equal parts original music plus covers.
Yeah.
How do you do a 3 to 4 hour set? Is that like when you have like a break and stuff, or?
Yeah, there's several bands that do that out in town here too. Boondocks right up the road.
Oh yeah.
We like that place, playing there. Rock
Oh, you guys
Bar.
play there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock Bar, yeah. Copper Blues downtown Phoenix, but a lot of people, a few other acts will do that and mix in just enough original tunes and mix them in there with the covers, and if they're good, nobody,
Yeah,
everyone likes it.
You've got your traditional shows like that you'd play at Rebel Lounge or regular venues like that, 50, 60-minute sets. But then some of these other, bars, like what's the Boondocks? What was his name? The owner.
Tim,
yeah. He liked us, and so, we just kind of got on a thing where like once a month we were going down there and, we just play 3 1-hour sets.
Yeah. So like, cause if you're playing to Boondocks or places like that, the people that are coming in are not necessarily coming in to see you. Like they're just coming in to go out and hang out. So you're playing probably more covers on those shows, I'm guessing, right?
We were strictly half and half. We'd play 6 originals, 6 covers per set,
Nice.
And if you keep it upbeat, and we gained a lot of traction playing those shows because so many people moved through that.
Yeah.
Had that huge outside patio.
Yeah. And then people listen and go, who's this band? And, yeah.
Right.
That's
and
very
so
cool.
It's really ideal for that.
Well,
getting
So let's talk about the songs. So the originals, I mean, you wanted a raw sound with these songs and you don't want to make it too overproduced. So did you produce it yourselves then, or who produced? Okay. Wow.
Yeah. We're self-produced, self-recorded.
So, and you said in the studio, if something sounds crazy, you'll try it anyways. And sometimes it works. So I think that's a great strategy. Cause I just had on the guy from Skid Row, and he said that's how they picked their producer. Cause they said, look, I'll let you guys have control, but like, at least try my ideas. So you're saying you want to try everyone's ideas. So like, what's the craziest thing that you tried in the studio that didn't work?
the bridge of the end ended up pretty interesting.
Yeah. Something that didn't work.
Oh.
Or maybe, yeah, one of the did. Yeah, either way.
We'll throw really aggressive bridges on stuff, bridges to the song, like, 2 minutes in, where there's just like an insane drum solo or something of that like, and then you listen back to it and it's just too much.
Okay. Okay.
And so you'll have to idle it back. But typically, when we go in there, what we mean by that is, think about how you want to play your part of the track and just make it a little push towards uncomfortable for you. Like, that's going to be too much. Like, just go for it. And then it's easy to idle back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's harder to, boost yourself up. So
do you kind of all produce then, or is it like, or do you have the final say? Cause it's kind of more, you're the front man and stuff, or how's that work?
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, we're so like-minded when it comes to this stuff that it's really an easy discussion most of the time.
Yeah, it's rarely that, we disagree, but yeah, every so often then, yeah, it'd be him. But most of the time we're always, if we try 3 different options out, for an arrangement or something, generally all agree, like we play it through and yeah, that works best.
That's awesome.
Our goal is the song.
Yeah, yeah.
If the song is being treated the way it's supposed to be, then we're all happy. We never do the cliche stuff where the bassist wants to be louder, the guitarist wants to be louder. That's
no. The worst example of that is the Metallica album and Justice for All. Like, as a bass player, that must just piss you off. So it's
especially coming after Cliff Burton.
Oh yeah, I know. He was such a great
and how
bass
big
player.
of a part that was for metal fans and music fans. Listen to those records, and that's like, I can't hear the bass.
Have you ever heard the remix where they pumped the bass back up? It's really good, actually, way better. But so let's talk about your song. So this the new single, Beauty Queen. I mean, this thing has it's almost 500,000 views on YouTube. Did you know that?
She's cranking up there. That one.
Yeah. How did that just go viral? Just people sharing it, you think? Or was there some big person that shared it? Or?
Well, we've got some campaigns going. We have a really good PR company we work with that, helps make sure that we're directing to the appropriate crowds and stuff. So the right people are finding it. That's what makes it, it's not just random people that, are a huge Katy Perry fan. They're obviously not going to get it.
Right. Exactly.
No jabs against Katy Perry, but we're a little bit different.
Sure,
So,
for sure.
No, yeah, and then that thing's just that thing's taken off pretty good for us. So we're really excited about it. We spent a lot of time on that video.
Yeah, it's a great riff. It's a good song for sure.
Yeah.
I've been listening to your stuff all morning. It's really catchy.
Awesome.
And then you have another song, All Night Long, which is interesting because that's your most popular Spotify song. So why do you think one's bigger on YouTube and one's bigger on Spotify?
All Night Long's been out a little bit longer.
February, right? Yeah, February 7th or so. And that's what we were talking about earlier. So we dropped All Night Long, and then we had scheduled to do a video shoot for it to have a music video. And then everything happened with COVID. So we idled back on that. And then so All Night Long had a longer stretch there on Spotify. Obviously, we kind of held back on dropping Beauty Queen till we were sure we could get a music video done.
Sure. Okay.
So the same, we kind of got blindsided by,
Yeah.
by that.
No, there's
As everybody did.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of good songs. Feel Alive, In My Head is good. Already Gone. That's a really catchy one. I feel like that's a song that I would hear on the radio for sure. And then Believe, that's like kind of more of an acoustic, slowed down song.
Yeah.
That's really good stuff. So, and then you guys do some covers. One of your favorites is the Neil Young Heart of Gold. Yeah. Why is that one of your favorites? Like why?
Neil Young's just, if you go back and watch his old videos of just the way he plays, I've seen him once live as well, and he's just a really raw player, like the way he plays his guitar, the way he sings, and then obviously the harmonica. That's where I kind of got my harmonica influence.
Yeah. No, but yeah. And then this is a great one too, the Possum Kingdom by the Toadies.
Yeah.
So I saw this cover on YouTube, and it's so great. I saw you guys do an interview, and the person were there when you were playing it, and they walked in, they thought the Toadies were actually there. It was that good. And to me, I think like the hardest thing about doing a cover is getting the vocals, right? I mean, if it's a Rush song, then maybe the drums, or if it's Primus, then maybe bass, but or Van Halen, the guitars, obviously. But most songs, like to cover them, if you really want to do it well, you really got to get those vocals. And I think your vocals on that song are as good, if not better than the original. I think people should, if they're listening, they definitely pause it, check out YouTube, and see if I'm right on that. Do you agree with that?
I surely agree with that. We're actually gonna. The Toadies is a kind of a funny story. When we were in grade school, me and one of my best buddies had that Possum Kingdom album, Toadies album, and we passed that thing around so many times that it wore out, and then we would go get another copy of the CD because there was just something about that album, and especially that song, that just makes you want to sing it like that. Like, it just really fires you up, and people just go, ape over that song. It wasn't a huge song, like most people don't even know what the name of the band is.
Sure.
Like, not most,
but yeah, they recognize the song,
the riff, yeah,
but not the band. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting song title. So yeah, most people, even if they know the song, it's like, "So Help Me Jesus." Is that?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I had to think about it too, because I'm like, I definitely know that song, but yeah, I don't know if I would remember the name. It is kind of an interesting name, and wasn't that the name of the
Lake?
The record too, or no? Was the record just called the Toadies? I can't remember. But
I think that's the name of a lake over there.
Oh,
they're from. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. So yeah, like I said before, Arizona Foothills Magazine, they've got you as the best band of the year. That's pretty exciting. The last checked, I think you guys were at 35%. The guy in second has like 27. So it seems like a pretty safe lead. But people should still go over. They can still vote, right? Up until,
I think it's till November. It's a long haul. It's till November 30th, I believe.
And you don't even know how you got on that, huh?
I don't. Do you, Ben?
But that's a pretty big compliment.
We got an email saying we got nominated for Best of the Valley, and then we just kind of looked into it, and we're like, oh, cool, sweet. So we kind of threw some posts out there about it on our Instagram and stuff, saying, hey, we got, throw us a vote if you got a second. I can't remember.
That's exciting. Yeah, it's interesting to me because I thought I was like plugged into the scene. And I'm like, what? I've never heard of you guys. What the hell? Like, how did I never hear?
What's going on, man?
I know. So that's why I want to get the word out here, and not just to Arizona, but hopefully nationally as well.
Oh yeah.
So again, I think we talked about some of the shows you did, like Rock Bar. You've played at Crescent Ballroom, Rebel Lounge. What's the biggest show you've done?
I don't know if it's the biggest, but we opened up at the Marquee Theater for. I'll put this was like, for some reason, one of my favorite shows.
Okay, sure.
We opened up for Geoff Tate.
From Queensryche?
Yes.
Wow.
And we actually did more of a dumbed down acoustic set for it. And I don't know the vibe in there. Everybody was seated, you know, it was packed.
Yeah.
And everybody was sitting down for the whole thing. And it was just the vibe in there was just.
They had seats in the marquee? Oh.
Yeah, it was an interesting setup. He was doing like an all acoustic tour.
Okay.
Like they had,
Oh.
cajon, and they have a violin, I believe.
Nice.
But he played
It was really
like
cool.
18 songs, and he, nailed everything. It's incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Less notes, throughout the whole catalog. But yeah, that was really interesting because he had seats at the marquee, so everyone was
I've
really
never seen that. Yeah.
paying attention.
Were you able to like meet him or get a photo or anything? Or
He was.
Meet him, met, most of the rest of the band, but I think
okay.
he's
a pretty
on the
private
bus,
guy.
and
is he? Okay.
Yeah. Very specific on that tour as well with what the other bands could do, how long their sets were, what instruments they could play.
Yeah, that's
he was very particular about a lot of things, which is,
that's fine.
it's his
He's
right.
Geoff Tate. He
Yeah,
can do whatever
so
he wants.
he can do what he wants.
He was incredible.
Yeah,
He
it
was a
incredible
really
watching that.
awesome show.
I'll always remember even getting done and then just watching his whole.
That's very cool.
That's awesome.
Who else have you guys opened? Have you opened for other big names like that?
We opened
Puddle of Mud.
Puddle of Mud.
Oh, okay. Was that
Marquee.
a BLK Live then? Or?
No, that was
Same.
at
Marquee.
Marquee.
Okay.
That was packed out too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So those guys kick ass too. It was really, really good show.
No, that's a great band. Absolutely. Underrated.
Actually, right before we're going to go open for
Edgar
Winter.
Winter.
Oh.
And the show
think he
got
ended up-
canceled for whatever reason.
I think he ended up doing a different thing down by the stadium. Or
I think
Okay.
they canceled the
Yeah.
date altogether.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
like the day before.
you were saying that you want to tour with Royal Thunder, which is an Australian band, and then also another Royal
no.
Blood.
They're from Atlanta.
Oh, is it
Royal
from
Thunder
Atlanta?
is
What
from
did I say,
Atlanta,
Australia?
and Royal Blood's from the UK.
UK, yeah. Royal Blood is amazing. I've never heard of Royal Thunder though. I'll
Yeah,
have to
we
check
like
that out.
covering that. We've covered that song. Figure It Out.
Figure
Oh, that's a great song. You guys cover that?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to see you guys live. And then, and you have toured with Black Bottom Lighters, like you said, and the Hourglass Cats. And you played with the Wives. What other local bands have you played with?
Sean Johnson Foundation.
Back in the day, we played a lot with the Moods, and
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you about the Black Moods. What about,
Evan Berg.
okay.
A lot of the Scottsdale scene.
Are you familiar with because I've had a couple of local bands, Natalie and the Sweet Talkers, Lee Pereira, Eddie and the Getaway. Are familiar with any of those?
Yeah. Lee Pereira. He had bands around town for a long, long time.
Yeah, they're really
I remember
good.
seeing him back in probably 2007, the first time.
Has he been around that
with
long?
the different band.
Yeah.
He wasn't going by his name yet.
Okay.
But yeah, he's been around a long time. I think we've done shows with him at Rock Bar or.
yeah, and we've played a few shows with Wives too. I really like those cats. It's just their sound is really
Yeah. No, definitely.
got like a 70s,
Absolutely.
but
And you're trying to get onto like the festivals. You wanted to try to get onto the Apache Lake Festival. I don't even know if that's going to happen now, but have you have any talks with that about that festival or other festivals that might be happening?
yeah, we played a lot of shows at Last Exit Live, and Brennan throws that whole thing on at Apache Lake. I don't know why we never got on that one.
Christopher Shane, we should say as well. Do you know them?
Christopher Shane Band,
Shane.
super
It sounds familiar.
like a
Skinner.
southern rock.
It's like Shayne.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I think I did.
Skinner-esque.
Yeah. Oh, I think
Shred.
I think I saw them at what's that place up in Pub Rock or no, not Pub Rock. The one that used to be Rock Bottom Brewery up in North Phoenix at Desert Ridge. I forget the name of it.
Desert Ridge. That's another CB Live now.
CB
right?
Live, yeah, CB Live, yeah. So I think I saw them there. So, like, what is your prediction with live music and rock music? Like, is it in trouble, or do you guys have shows planned? Because it seems like I'm seeing people performing, maybe not necessarily in Arizona, but in other states and things.
I think people will be itching to get back, not only just as bands, but as fans and being.
Oh, I'm definitely itching.
live
Yeah.
Every
attendance.
year for the last few years, we've been doing a show called Fansgiving, which we pick a charity, a couple other guys like Black Bottom Lighters and those guys, and we'll play, and all the ticket sales go to that charity.
Okay.
I think talking to them, that is on again this year, but we've done the last 3 years of it. So that's coming up. That would
Okay.
be the first live show we played since March.
Oh, wow.
So,
and where does that usually take place?
it's usually at Rebel Lounge. I think they're doing it at Sage and Sand this year.
Oh, cool.
So it's on for now? Or?
As far as I know, it's on. I was just talking to Zelig, the guy that puts it together every year.
Do people have to wear those bubble suits? Have you seen that?
No.
Have you seen the video of the concert where everyone wore a bubble suit?
No, where is that happening?
I can't remember. I'll show it to you guys afterwards. It's pretty
Sage and
crazy.
Sand is open. I've seen my buddies play there the other week.
Do they have to socially distance, or is it limited capacity?
It's outside at least, so
there you go.
I think that's
just outdoors.
Yeah.
that might be why they moved
And there's
venues.
tons of space. It's
Well, I hope you guys do a
area.
show. Let me know, and I'll definitely come and see you guys. It'd be amazing. I've never seen you. Question about your clothing style. Where do you guys do your shopping, and will you give me a makeover? Because I need some new clothes.
Longtime manager Carol, who also doubles up as being my mother. She has pretty awesome style, and she helps us, put all the outfits together.
Awesome, yeah.
Comes up with a cool theme idea. I don't know how she does it either.
Okay. Well, I'll have to hire her as my manager.
Yeah, she knows where it's at when it comes to the clothing.
Okay, nice.
And of course, my wife helps as well.
Oh, okay.
She's
and then,
good at it
yeah, and
as well.
speaking of clothing, you guys have some pretty cool merch on your website. You guys got T-shirts with the band. It's like a cartoon kind of version of the band logo on it. And then you got the women's tank tops with the boombox and the water bottles as well, right?
Yeah, we're gonna come out with some new merch here.
Oh, really?
Once the album cover is completed, we'll probably be updating all the merch with the new album cover.
Okay.
Which we're working on right now. Yeah.
most of those you see now were kind of themed around the song All Night Long, and maybe the album in general, but song all Night Long. But we'll have some that are toward the beauty queen theme, like you see in the video, and then for the album in general.
When does the new album come out?
We originally were gunning for the last Friday of November. We might push it back just a skosh.
Okay.
We're just finalizing the album cover. We're doing all original artwork. We met this super awesome photographer named Mark Marianovich. He's out of Los Angeles. He's shot a lot of cool people. Chris Cornell was one of my favorite shoots I saw that he did. But
that's a pretty good resume builder.
Yeah, his lady does video as well. So she shot Beauty Queen, the music video, and then she's also like a painter, oil painting and all that. So we've been kicking around ideas, and she's going to make a total custom album cover, original art.
Awesome.
And, so we're just kind of working on that right now. We'll see how long it takes, but.
All right. Well, I want to hear you guys do a couple songs, but before we end the interview portion of it, is there a charity that you guys, is the Friendsgiving, is that the charity that you guys work with? Or do you work with another charity?
Yeah, the charity that me and Ben were kicking around that we really like is called patriotpaws.org.
Oh.
Patriotpaws.org. It's
animals?
So veterans that come back from the war or active duty that have PTSD or have been injured in some way, they train a dog.
Okay.
Like a service dog, train a service dog for them.
Okay.
So they have a service animal. It's just really cool because it combines animals and veterans. And
no, that's super cool. It's funny because my brother, he was a veteran, and he never had a dog. We were never allowed to have pets growing up, but he got a dog, and I swear to God, it changed his life. Like he resisted it. His wife was the one who was like, "We need to get a dog." He's like, "All right," and then he got the dog, and he's like, he loves the dog. And so I think that can really make a huge difference in people's lives.
Yeah, it's really cool because the service animals from the war zones come back too, and they've been injured or whatever, and they rehabilitate those dogs as well.
Wow, that's
so
really
it's
cool.
just we think that's pretty cool.
Is that a local charity or is that?
I don't think it's local. Okay. It's not solely in Arizona.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll definitely have to check that out. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and play some music.
Rock and roll.
Okay.
She lies
just don't get it. Every chance you get, you leave me alone. Keep you close, my heart, the hope's sure not gone. All night long, waiting for you. I can't wait anymore. Bring myself into take how that you are. She keeps her love locked up tight in the dark. No one can find those he won't be caught up and torn apart that way. I said I just don't get it. Every time you're here, you fly, you're gone. Oh, before it's too late, follow me so that I'm not wrong. All night long, waiting for you. I can't wait anymore.
So Radiofix is the band, and I want to thank them for coming over. They are local to Arizona, but could and should be coming to your town soon. These guys are just too big not to tour, so once everything is safe and their new album comes out, I think they may hit the road. But either way, I'll be seeing them live here in Arizona. Make sure you follow them on social media so you can keep up with the album release and tour dates. Follow me and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. I have some killer guests lined up and some others that may be further down the line that everyone should enjoy as well. So thank you so much for listening, and remember to shoot for the moon.